everybody, how's it going today? This is Mr. Papadakis. I'm here with my assistant Levi. How old are you, Levi?
8.
And he loves to cook. And so I thought, what better way to teach you guys how to make Weenie Royale, a food that was made in the Japanese internment camps back during World War II. What better way to share history and also our passions for cooking and meals than through incorporating the use of my son here. So let's get to the video. Okay, so we're here today and we're going to make Weenie Royale. To get started, what you're going to need to make this meal are a few items. One, you're going to need a frying pan of some sort. I'm going to use this one here, but you can do this on the stove top in a simple frying pan, or kind of a bigger one. You're going to want a large one. You're going to need a couple of knives, one to cut the hot dogs and the other to cut the onions. Okay? Awesome. Thank you, assistant. You're also probably going to want to have a cutting board to go along with that. That's this we got a white one here. Awesome. Thank you, Levi. And then to chase the food around in the frying pan, you're going to either want to use a wooden spoon or a rubber spoon, depending on whatever you have, and what type of a skillet you're using. You'll also need a glass bowl for your eggs. Either one will work. We got two here. And then, as far as ingredients goes, this is a super simple meal. You're going to need a package of hot dogs, and an onion, and however many eggs you feel like eating. Okay, so for example, and soy sauce too. You need some soy sauce. So for example, when I do this with my class, the entire class, usually we have a class of about 14 to 16 students. I'll do a dozen eggs and a whole package of hot dogs, so 8 hot dogs, and a whole onion. And that will give everyone in class a taste of the meal. So for a family, you could certainly do the whole package of hot dogs. You could do a half a dozen eggs and an onion, kind of whatever you want to do. And the soy sauce is for flavor and adding in that sense. Okay, so let's get started in the process of making this meal. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, after we've washed our hands, obviously, before we get started, you're going to need to cut up the onion. Okay, we want to dice it. So you're going to take the knife, and you're going to, whoa, jeez, hold on, let's do some knife safety here. So cut it straight down, yep, just like that, and then you're going to go ahead, put your fingers. Awesome job. Great. Good. Would you like some help? A little bit of help now? Okay. Thank you for Mr. Assistant. I tell you what, I'll cut some of this up, and then you put it into the big bowl as I do this, okay? So we'll give it some good slices, dices, and all that stuff. So Levi, do you know anything about World War II? Or what do you know about it?
They fighting?
Yeah, there was some fighting. Do you know who was fighting in World War II?
George Washington?
Close. He was in the Revolutionary War. World War II happened in 1942 to about 1945 or 46. And originally the United States was not involved in World War II. We got involved with World War II after the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor on December 7th. And as a result of that, Franklin Roosevelt asked Congress, what do you know about Franklin Roosevelt?
He was a president.
He was our president, yeah. Do you know anything else about Franklin?
He was smart.
He was a smart man, that's right. Anything else? One thing you probably don't know about Franklin Roosevelt is the onions getting to you. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got a strong onion here. Okay. But if you need to go take a break, go ahead. I'll finish up cutting this onion. Yeah, so in World War II, the United States got involved after being bombed by Japan at Pearl Harbor. Kind of thrust the United States into World War II. Before the U.S. directly got involved, the United States had been supplying arms and ammunitions, boats and guns to the to the Allied forces in England and whatnot, and they're very much trying to stay out of the war. Okay? They thought
Guns are bad.
That's right. They can be. So what happened was, as a result of one of the things that occurred with getting involved in this war was Franklin Roosevelt initiated Executive Order 9066. And Executive Order 9066 basically was the creation of Japanese internment camps. Along the west coast of the United States in California, Oregon, and Washington, there had been a lot of Japanese immigration to the U.S. over the years, and a lot of them concentrated their living in California and along the west coast, and that's the closest place to Japan. And so Executive Order 9066 was enacted, and what it did was it basically called out for military zones to be created, and they were created, and they forced Japanese families into these zones, and eventually they would be taken away from the coasts and put up into these internment camps. Okay, Hitler had the concentration camps in Europe. The United States had a version of that here in these internment camps. Now, there were no gas chambers or anything like that. Basically, the United States was just looking to round up people of Japanese heritage and put them in these camps to keep them from trying to maybe spy on the United States or to send information back to Japan. Unfortunately, though, this situation happened and involved a lot of United States citizens that happened to have Japanese heritage. So what's really like the sad part about all this is the United States was doing this to some of its own citizens who have pledged allegiance to the flag, have became citizens in their own right. They went through the naturalization process, but basically they're getting rounded up because of how they look. Okay, so I think we got our onions all ready to go and all in here. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take and cut up the hot dog. Alright, so we're back here, and the next step in the Weenie Royale dish is to take the hot dogs out of the package and to cut them julienne style. You know how to cut them julienne style? Here, I'll open up the package. Whoops, use the other knife here. Knife safety, right? Okay. Alright, so we have our hot dog. I'm going to show you how to cut a julienne, and then I'll let you do the rest of them. Alright? Okay, so you take your hot dog out of the package, and a julienne style of cut is where you take it, and instead of cutting it like a traditional hot dog, I'm going to say, like you would feed a little kid, you need to cut it along the long edge to make little strips. Okay? It's going to look like something like that, and then you'll cut them into little thin strips, almost like hot dog fries, if you will. We're using all beef hot dogs, but you can use whatever you like. So then lay it flat, so then you have a nice base, and go ahead and cut them all up. So then you take it and you just cut it down the middle.
Okay.
Just like that. Alright? Cut to make long little strings. I'll take another hot dog and I'll do this too. Right, let's see if I can do it.
Came off.
I'm gonna do this way.
I've got these pieces.
Okay, then what we'll do is we'll take them and we'll put them in the...
These are just
Why do you like helping Dad?
Because he gives me a reward sometimes.
But you also like to try new foods, don't you?
Mm.
All right. Now that we are back, we've got our hot dogs all sliced up Julienne style. They're sitting right on top of our onions. We'll leave those there. We'll set those aside for a moment. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to crack some eggs. So I'm going to have my assistant come back and help me crack some eggs into this bowl. So we'll start off with one egg and do your best not to get all of it in there. Awesome job. Go ahead and let's put that right in this container here, in the egg carton. Grab another egg. Perfect. He really has cracked eggs before, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Go ahead and put one in there. Good job.
Am I doing it the way you want me to?
Yes, yes, you are. Go ahead. All right. We're working on scrambling them right away anyway, so this is perfect. Okay, nice job. We'll do two more. Okay. Awesome. Just make sure the shell does not go into it, but everything else can slide right on through your hand. Excellent job. All right, one more egg. We'll do. Do you want me to do this one?
I'm okay.
You're okay? Okay. Nice job.
Come on, slip through.
Yep. Slip through.
Your dad, take this.
Take what?
The
egg?
No, take this part.
The shell.
Yeah, take the shell so it doesn't come in.
Okay. Good job.
Woohoo!
Way to go. I'm going to get this one other little piece of shell out of here, because I don't know about you, but I don't want shell in my lunch here. I'm going to grab it out of there.
And we're having this for lunch.
Yep.
I can't touch anything.
Okay. So let's take a pause. We're going to go wash our hands. So now we're back. We've got our eggs all scrambled up. I'm going to just put some, use the whisk a little bit more, get it all really nice and mixed together. You can break all those yolks up. And in the Japanese internment camps, this would have been a meal that was given most often or made most often because of just the simplicity of the ingredients. Okay, onions would have been able to be grown in the internment camps. Hot dogs would have been provided by the U.S. government. Now I can't guarantee they would have been just straight beef, but there would have been hot dogs available for these meals, and eggs would have also been available. Now you can add in your own salt and pepper or other spices that you would like to spice this up, but that might not have always been available if you want to go like true authentic Japanese internment style meal. Okay, so I think at this point we are ready to start actually cooking this meal up. So let's reposition some stuff and we'll go from there. So I've already preheated my frying pan. Preheated my frying pan, and you can certainly do the same as well. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil just to get so the onions don't stick. And then what you do is you simply just throw this all together and let the onions and the hot dogs all kind of cook together. Levi, will you help me? And pull all the onions out of the bowl. Use your hands. Get all the onions out of the bowl. Okay. And then we'll use the spoon and just kind of chase it around and get them all cooking together. Alright. I'll let that all cook together. So typically in class I would have started with this right away. We would have gotten the onions going so that it can cook fairly well and fairly evenly. Another thing you're going to want to do is I serve this, and it would have been served. You can go ahead and keep stirring that around. Don't let anything stick. I would have served this, or traditional internment camps would have serve this with rice. You know, it would have been rice down first, and then you would have dumped all this on as well. Once the onions are kind of translucent and cooked through, along with the hot dogs, then we're going to add in the eggs, okay? And then the finishing touch will be the soy sauce. So this will take a few moments. The onions are still getting to you, aren't they? Yeah. No? You're okay? Okay, so make sure you're always continually spinning it, just like that. Good job. Yep, keep it all in the bowl, though. With all of that. So what are some of the smells you're smelling right now, Levi?
Hot dog, yummy hot dog.
You're smelling the hot dog. What else are you smelling? The onion?
Them cooked together.
Them cooked together. Okay. Does it smell appetizing?
The flavor is starting to like melt away from the onions.
Does it look like the onions are getting cooked? Great job.
I hope they don't look like the ones like that are flappy. I like those.
No. Okay, let those get cooked a little more. Okay, so it looks like the onions are about done. We're going to add in the eggs now, and then we're going to stir them around, okay? So, ready to go? Add the eggs in, get it all nice and...
No, stir it around like
Yep,
this.
stir it around. We got to stir it around.
How's this going to taste?
How's this going to taste? Well, it's got eggs in it. It's got...
Yeah, I don't think
it's got
eggs.
onions.
I think I know what you're doing.
Okay, so you got to keep stirring it. See how we're getting all of it mixed up in together. And
yeah, this you're making this with. We usually have these a few days ago. We had this a few days ago.
It's
probably gonna taste different though.
Probably gonna taste different because it's a little bit different recipe.
And with a hot dog.
Okay, so the hot dogs are getting all cooked up. The eggs are getting all. Keep going. You gotta keep stirring everything around. Don't just do that one spot. All the way around. Make sure everything gets in there.
Oh, I know what this tastes like.
What's it gonna taste like?
We had this like a few days ago. The hot dogs act like. Oh wow, that was a different recipe, but it looks the same as this.
You're doing a great job, by the way. Love it. Do you feel like the eggs are all cooked and it's not runny anymore?
Yeah, I don't think it's running anymore.
All right. So guess what? Now it's done.